Hello, this is Wendy from Tai Chi, The Way of Life. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. I might as well get some subscription while I'm doing these, so it is down there. Okay, some of you mistaking me for doing these YouTube for getting lots of subscription for my ego. I haven't got a lot of subscription. They don't make me feel very good actually, because they're actually quite rubbish. So when you're looking at these people who's got like thousands of subscriptions, so it's a good place to keep my videos because my phone doesn't have that much memory, and also actually it's a really good way to keep myself on my toes, because I make the videos because I could then see what I'm doing and what I'm doing wrong. It's a brilliant way for that actually. I didn't plan to do this. It was because of COVID. It was something for me to actually keep me going, because I lost my work. If you ever watched any of my earlier videos, you understand that I actually lost 80% of my work because of COVID, and things hasn't really gone back to normal. I have managed to build some of it back up, but I'm nowhere near. So these videos to start off with was something for me to keep me sane, okay? It's good to feel useful or doing something, and you have to get up to do something. And at the beginning I was doing a lot more videos, and now I don't, because I am a little busier, and if things ever going to get back to normal, I will have even less time to do videos. So no, I'm not doing it for that. But since I also have a lot of you do like my work, so I'm going to keep doing these videos for the people that actually does like my work. And if you don't like my work and you disagree with me, I can't please everybody, and I'm not going to say sorry, because I'm not going to change or lie just to make you happy, just to make you feel good about what you do, because that's not what I think. And I can't just say, oh yeah, turn from the waist, it's brilliant, because then I'm not being true to myself. Okay, so yes, this video is about that. So I think a lot of you, like what I said in the post, and a lot of you do agree that it is from the feet. The movement comes from the feet. For those of you who doesn't agree with that, we have to leave it at that for now. I will have to address that another time. So I'm talking to you guys who agree that movements start from the feet. So but the problem then is that a lot of you who does agree that movement comes from the feet, but then you say then you twist or you turn from your waist, because you said the classic said so. And I'm saying, no, the classic didn't say so. The word Chinese Hua, I know it actually refers to the waist, but it's not just the waist it's referring to, because you don't sink to your waist, because the Hua, it talks about sinking to your Hua. How are you going to sink to your waist if that's your waist? It's the same word. That's one thing. It doesn't make any sense. And you're just going to tell me, like I said in the post, when you sink, you're just bending your knee and sinking into your heels. It's not quite enough, actually, because it makes you go up and down, which I'm trying to demonstrate in this video. So bear with me. Okay, so let me just stand up. That's probably the easy way. So your feet is down here. Okay, so if your feet's going to start the movement, so say, I don't know, I'm just going to go into my stance. So let's just say my feet is going to start the movement. So if I adjust my foot, my knee has to follow. Then how, well here, you can't just miss that bit out and say then I'm going to twist from my waist. So I didn't twist my waist there. My waist, I didn't turn. This is me, okay? I'm going to ignore my foot, my feet, my knee and my hip. This is me, my upper part of my body, okay, which sits on my hip. Actually, your waist is part of your upper body. From your hip down is your lower part of your body, and your upper body sits on your lower part of your body. So I could twist. This is me twisting my waist, and then the rest of me follows, but I actually feel quite stiff, okay, because I'm not doing anything from here, twisting from my waist. I can, and that's all I could do. All right, and if I try to move, I just bobbed up. Did you see me there? So, okay, I'm sinking. Okay, if I don't use my hip, all right, drop my elbows, drop my shoulders. If I twist, if I want to move now, say somebody's coming at me, I want to move backward then. I want to move backward. I'm so, it wasn't, I didn't feel very, very comfortable at all. And I'm sure I had to bob up. Because where am I going to put my weight distribution? Because I can't sink, I'm only sinking to my heel. Look, I'm not even agile. So my foot, if my feet start the movement, just for argument's sake, I don't know, say brush knee, okay, brush knee. Right, so if I sink into my hip, which you're supposed to, that's your quad, then if I adjust my foot, my knee has to follow, and my hip has to follow. And then I don't need to turn look, I adjust my foot, my knee follows. I could turn my hip. I can actually turn my hip. Why would I adjust my foot, right? Adjust my foot, my knees turned, and not follow with it, because I didn't turn my hip didn't follow. Now then twist my waist. That's really hard if I don't turn my hip. If you're excluding the hip, your hip has to move. Doesn't make sense. So if you say the movement is coming from your waist, then don't move your hip, but you do move your hip. So in your brush knee, okay, did you see that? My weight is in here, I'm sinking in here. I could step out, I'm going to step because I'm going to bump into that. Should have moved it. Okay, so brush knee, weight in here, my step. Okay, so my foot is going to start to pull, my knee follows, I sink into this hip. Guess what? I could also turn my hip, because I've sink in my hip. I could also turn my hip, and then my waist then follow, because my waist is on top of my hip, and then my arms follows. So I'm going to do the whole lot. Maybe I'll go this way, so I've got that in my way. So I'm going to do brush knee. Hang on, let's start again. Look, watching at my, so I'm going to pull. Right. I'm distracted by my own Christmas tree, thinking I'm going to go into it. So brush knee. So my foot starting a movement, and then I could continue to turn with my hip. Dear me. I need another pair of hands to point. So brush knee. Foot starting the movement, I'm sinking in here. My physical weight in there. I'm going to adjust my foot. So my knee just turn that way. I'm going to step out, so it's going to start pulling my knee. I'm sitting in here. Now watch this arm. So now I could turn my hip. It's not my waist. My waist did turn in the end, because my waist has to follow if I'm going to turn my hip. Did you see that? It's the turning of the hip, and it allows me, so my arm has gone from there to there without me moving my arm. Let's do it this way. So I'm going to say brush knee. So my foot's starting to move. Okay, and then I continue because I could turn my hip. My waist did move, did turn a tiny little bit at the end. But it's not, oh, I don't even know whether I could do this. Okay, so just say, I'm going to do brush knee again. So if I'm going to step out, twist my waist. Twist, this is what you want me to do, so my hip, but I did actually have to turn my hip. That's the thing, your hip has to turn. I mean, you can't just say hang on a minute, if I don't turn my hip, I'm going to twist my waist. There's actually a really lack of power, and then I'm almost like straining, and I'm not overturning, I only turn tiny little bit. Brush knee, continue to turn with my hip, and I'm right here, and I am not, so I'm still sinking in there, so I feel very, very stable, very, very balanced, and the movement came round rather than just how should I say, from right to left. It wasn't just from right over there to left, so there was a turn, so I've got a little bit more momentum going, if you like, and that's where it's going to create more power, isn't it? So my waist sitting on top of my hip. My waist is the upper part of my body. My waist will turn, so yes, I know, I could twist. Just my waist, I could twist. This is me. I'm just twisting my waist. But if I sink, now this is me turning from my hip, but I haven't adjusted my foot. So if I adjust my foot, which is why they say movements coming from your feet, if I adjust my foot, okay, it allows me to turn my hip more. So you say, you're arguing, well, just your foot, and also twist from your waist. Tension, loads of tension, straight away in my shoulders as well. And that back leg doesn't want to sink down as much. But if I adjust my leg and I can turn my hip, it allows me to sink more in there, and I feel this is much better. I'm sinking more into, and it's not just sinking into my feet. I'm sinking into my quad, which is all your hip flexors, so your quad involves all this. Your waist. It's not just your waist. You can't just move from your waist. The waist moves because the rotation of your hip, rotating from the hip. I know it's probably make no difference to some of you, and you just say, no, it's twisting from the waist. But it's, to me, it's just not logical, and I feel all the tension. And the worst thing is, I haven't even demonstrated that, how much I can't move my feet if I wanted to move them. So again, I don't know. Okay, brush knee. If I'm like this, okay, so my weight is actually in this leg, but I could just move wherever I want. But I don't know whether I could do this. If I don't turn from my hip, I just step out and I don't turn from my hip, I'm going to twist from my waist. First of all, and then, oh, okay, here. My shoulder is tense. I'm not dropping, I'm not sunk as a starter there. Because I have to twist from my waist, I feel I have to do this. And I'm, oh, right? I nearly lost my balance there. I don't hope to convince anybody, but it's my attempt to just to show you that it's just not logical to say that your hip, you don't move from your hip. You really have to move from your hip because your waist come after your hip. Your waist is part of your upper body and it sits on your hip. Okay, so to exclude your hip, you're losing out loads of momentum that you can build from turning from your hip. Okay, right, that's my attempt, and I'm not going anywhere. So stop telling me to go away because I'm not, because I don't know, now that you want me to go away, the more I don't want to go away. I was actually thinking about maybe when things get busy, things go back to normal, I probably will kind of just ease away because I probably won't have time to make videos. But I'm thinking, no, I'm not actually. I'm like that. That's the problem with me. But of course you don't know me. So if you keep telling me to do something, I want to do the other stuff. I want to not do, well, probably to prove you wrong, but also to prove it to myself that I can do it as well. I do have expectation of myself, even though if nobody else has, I have expectation of myself, and yes, it's my passion to improve. It's my passion to. So when I do something, I want to do it well. Doesn't matter what it is. Doesn't matter. It has to be Tai Chi. And when I do something, I do it well, and that's just how I am. It's just part of me. Anyway, I don't know what you think of that video. It's not my usual kind of video. Yeah. Yeah. I guess I will get some feedback, I'm sure. But all good because it motivates me to just to do better. I have no doubt that I'm still missing a lot of key elements. Okay, someone said that to me, and I don't deny it. Okay, I'm forever finding key elements and essentials to Tai Chi, and that's what makes it Tai Chi not boring. It's people give up learning things, don't they? They stick at it for a few years, they give up because they get bored. I think this is one of the arts that doesn't. I learn, yes, I would love to be able to become a really good fighter. Of course I do. That's probably my ego. But again, if I'm not the best fighter, I'm not that fussed because I don't really need it to fight, to survive, to, you know, I haven't got people hunting me down physically, although on the internet I have. But I think it's quite nice to be able to actually use it. It's a knowledge to have. It's a knowledge that I would strive for as well. But lots of people tell me that that's the easy part, actually, to have the application, to be able to use the application of Tai Chi substantially. And it is the other stuff that's difficult, which is the principle of Tai Chi. Right, I didn't think that this video is going to be this long, and I've talked a lot. Okay, right, so thank you if you have watched all the way to the end. Thank you very, very much for watching. Until next time, it is Wendy from Tai Chi, The Way of Life. Thank you. Bye for now, and God bless and have a good day.